Yo, 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 welcome to the TA2v2 Pinky in the Brain Cup 2023 tournament. Today we have an awesome match for you. It is the first match of the TA Gods Tag, Rock, and Venom. Tristan, how are you doing today, man?
Decent, ill, basically.
Yeah,
Same as you, probably.
yeah, same as me. We're both coughing, so
yeah.
as we go over these games, you may hear some coughs and sneezes or, other unsoundly things. But yeah, so as I mentioned, it is the first match the Tag guys have played, and today they are playing against the Masked, which are, I believe, Escalation players, Executrix and Keeper. As you can see, their games are here on the screen. We'll be going over those in a minute. All right, so obviously the crossed out maps are the bands, and the leftovers are the picks. So pick 1 was Claustrophobia, pick 2 was Green Ace, and then 3 is the Chilly Rivers. Tristan, you've heard several opinions on what you thought about maps Rock would like. Tag Rock, I should say. This looks pretty favorable to him. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably happy with every single one of those picks.
Yeah.
To be honest, so, but maybe the Escalation or Executrix and Keeper will be, because, as I said, they love land maps, so this might be perfect for them. Oh, it'll be interesting to see how they transition.
Yeah, earlier, Radox from Team Sergeant Spag mentioned that Executrix has very high APM and some good unit control. So I could see something like that coming into, being impactful on Claustrophobia.
Yeah,
where you have to do a lot of clicking, and there's some micro involved, like moving through spires and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. But based on the map picks alone, I think it's a pretty heavy favorite towards Team Tag. Yeah. Anything else you want to add before we jump into game 1?
No, I say we just jump into it. Let's go.
All right. So here we are. This is game 1, Claustrophobia, Tag versus the Masked. As you can see, we have the typical teal and orange of Tag, Rock, and Venom up top. And then the Masked, which is Keeper in purple, and Executrix in red on the bottom. Right away, I've noticed some metal extractors. What do you think about that?
Slightly surprising, but I mean, I like just to reclaim probably. I don't know. I suppose you might as well get them. There is some more high value mexes at your start spawn, so it makes sense in a way, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. In testing, I've tried both ways. I felt like when I started building metal extractors, it kind of put me back on overall reclaim. And not only does the reclaim give you metal, but the space to build is valuable too.
The lack of reclaim going on, I think, from Keeper at the moment is irritating me. Because I think the main problem I have with this map is you just need space. And it seems like Keeper has decided to go for a little bit of a longer start build before the factory than everyone else has.
Right.
And they've gone for a bit of a walk, they have.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, is the walking more because they wanted to get mexes, or is it that they weren't happy with the build space here? I
don't know. Well, I mean, hopefully they know they can reclaim. They can reclaim. I'm sure they do. I don't know. I guess maybe they just had planned that. I don't know.
Yeah, so we see some flea harassment here.
Coming out. I think there's a flea down south as well.
A rock flea. Yeah. What do you think of fleas in general?
Fleas. Was there some lagging on? I don't know. The peewees were shooting like a mile away. I think fleas can be annoying, but also they can be kind of useless if someone's got an MT up. But maybe with all this
all the spires.
I'm saying debris, all the spires. Yeah, all the spires might block some of the MT shots. So
Well, I mean, we saw right there, this MT was just nailing the Spire the whole time. But
Yeah.
even still, like, the fleet did absolutely nothing. Like, what?
I mean, at least they got some scout information, but it's not going to be anything surprising. They've gone solars. You're
Right.
probably going to know that already, and they've got a K-bot lab. Maybe it's like a later scout to see like if they went in like because one fleet doesn't take long to build and it's kind of quick. So I guess you could use it for that. Maybe. I mean, I would just ignore it completely and not bother. But
Right.
I suppose if you get in there early enough and you start like one tapping each of those solars and just kill their energy, it could be annoying. I know Rock. I've heard Rock loves to build some fleas. So
yeah, I will say
still a fleet going around here.
I do like just having like a flea or two just out on the round, seeing where they are. Not necessarily engaging.
Looks to be sneaking behind the keeper currently or something.
Oh,
he's just got one AK.
Yeah, that has to be like a forgotten AK.
I think it was the first unit that he built from his lab. So I guess he wanted to get it down behind.
Yeah.
And this is actually interesting. I mean, there is a radar here, so keeper can see this unit, or should be able to. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, we have these units that have been out for a little while from Executrix. I assume just looking for cons, and I like that. Like these guys right here, they will surprise a con if it comes down here and try to reclaim.
Yeah. I think the vehicle lab's interesting. I would think that this map wouldn't be that good for anything other than K-bot, but maybe. I mean, I suppose flashes are kind of a new rule, so I guess they could be quite good.
Yeah, both of them went vehicle as well.
Yeah, maybe it's something I'll have to check out myself.
And then another thing we've been discussing are light laser towers.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how they play out. Oh, and you can see that laser tower was hitting the spire. Yeah.
Yeah. People have been claiming that they can shoot over the spires, which I thought was surprising. But I mean, they showed evidence of it, so I guess it might depend on the spire. I mean, this is like the tallest spires that are currently. And Mech's taken out there. Yeah. Nice. And it was also one of the better ones as well.
Well, and I do find it interesting that Rock is still building mexes. Like, even with this reclaim, you know?
I suppose if you've got the click speed for it, then no harm in it.
Right.
I would have just thought that going mass reclaim. I suppose the thing is that you want to sustain the amount of reclaim you've got, because late game you might be being pressured. So if you've reclaimed closer to your base and have to go further, then not having the mechs earlier on might end up backfiring, because then you have less resources as a whole. So maybe, I mean, it's probably a smart play actually if you're thinking it's going to be a long game. Maybe, I don't know,
right?
Or even not. So.
All right, so metal storage is when I've played on this map, I've honestly never had that much of an issue accessing. What about you?
I don't want to say never, because I can't remember every game I've played.
Right, yeah.
But probably, yeah. I don't think I rarely build a metal storage. So I think on this map I would just be trying to pump out more units as quickly as possible so that I don't access at all. But
right,
I guess there's no point like wasting metal. So although to be honest, Rock and Venom currently aren't, like, Rock's not got that much metal at all, and same for Venom.
Yeah, both of them have built storages.
Double air from Rock there. That's interesting.
I wonder if that was like an accident. Yeah, it had to have been, because he's not even building it now.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Which in our game, I did that too. I built an air lab just for a con, and then I realized later, oh, I already had a con.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big wave moving in towards Rock, it looks like. Or maybe more over towards Venom now, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Executrix just doesn't really know where to go yet. or if
Well,
he's
maybe they're. I mean, maybe they're intentionally teaming up on Venom because I don't know who they think is the stronger player, but they might think it's Venom.
yeah. Well,
Of the two, and
also you can see that Venom's putting some decent
a lot
pressure
of
on
pressure,
Keeper,
yeah.
so maybe
sort of counter-attacking.
Yeah, exactly.
Return or something like that.
All right, and now we have a situation where there's a strictly T1 army coming up against Pyros. That's not going to go so well for the Peewees and Flashes.
No, especially in these close quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Still a lot of light lasers being built.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm actually kind of surprised. I wonder if this is like a new... Well, I mean, I don't know how long the meta has been light lasers on this map. I wonder if it's currently just changed to this, or if it's been longer, and I just haven't known about it. But I mean, they don't look like that. I mean, they seem to be hitting the features.
Mm-hmm.
Features.
More than I would think it would be worth to build.
Yeah, because I mean, I know they are a fair amount cheaper than the.
Oh, now we
HLT,
have Pyros getting into Keeper's base. Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying.
Oh, that D-gun.
What's the economies looking like for all the players currently? I mean, I imagine, I don't know what the energy totals and metal totals are.
All right, so Rock and Venom commanding lead. Yeah.
I mean, if they somehow lose this game from this point, with that amount of, like they are double essentially.
Yeah. So this, well, first of all, Keeper had a pretty rough start with doing all that walking.
Yeah, I think that might be. Also, I didn't actually see them pumping out cons with their commander. They seem to be leaving cons to help the lab, which
yeah.
I think if you're going to play this map, I would probably just like have my commander constantly pumping out cons and getting them to reclaim, rather than having him walk. So Venom's still got the time to be.
I know.
I mean, every con helps, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is actually stalling on metal currently.
Yeah, and I'll say, like, getting cons on the outskirts of when people are reclaiming, that really does hurt. Because if you look here, like, all of this is reclaimed now. So if they build a new con to replace one that got killed, it has to walk all the way from the lab out to the reclaim.
Yeah, that's true. Although, to be fair, Venom's on Mohos now on his T2 economy going up, so I think he's probably... I mean, they are obviously fine, because we know they're 2k ahead, 2 times ahead, roughly, so... It looks like... I mean, has he got LLTs outside? Was that an LLT there?
Yeah.
okay, right. I thought that was a Rock LLT.
Oh, no, it was a Rock Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say that this game doesn't last much longer.
There's a counterattack, but it seems to be coming back from Keeper. I guess Control G maybe being used as a hotkey, and they're just pulling them.
No.
Or maybe they just felt they needed all of that.
Yeah, that's what I think more of.
Again, I'll say the lack of reclaim from Keeper, like even in there's a lot of AFK cons might be hurting them. But what about Executrix space? A bit more reclaim here.
Yeah, a bit more, but still not enough to really like impress me or think that
they seem
have
to be heavily focusing on mexes, don't they?
Yeah, and I don't know what's up with this commander. Maybe he had to go up there to degun some stuff.
Yeah, it could have been.
I don't know.
Does Rock have a? Yeah, it has an army going around to flank.
Yeah,
so he's coming over here. That's why. I guess he's got him on radar. Yeah, he's coming over to handle that situation.
I mean, look at these labs. No build power. Only 2 T1 cons. Ugh.
Yeah, they all seem to be stalling on metal currently, or close to. Where's that army going? It looks like it is progressing towards the. Well,
kind of going into nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, I suppose if you're worried about maybe air or something, or maybe just... I mean, MTs are just great, so...
Let's see. How much damage? Oh, not much damage. Oh, I didn't know that these spires were
Yeah, they've got some
destructible.
nice destructible animations they do. Some of the features in this game are pretty good.
All right, another thing with the LLTs is that, pretty much like almost every laser, they use energy. And on a map where wind isn't that great, it takes a lot of metal to be able to put out LLTs and solars. So that may be another, detractor for LLTs as well.
Yeah. Venom's energy just tanked for some reason. I don't know if he started building something. Maybe it was that lab.
Yeah, it had to be that air lab.
It's recovered now. But it looks like Keeper's got some cans coming out by the look of it. I think that's a bold move. How many solos have they got? It looks like they've got about 8.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be pretty difficult to like sustain.
Yeah, offhand, do you know how much energy a shot of a can takes?
What is it, like 100 or something like that? Or 50 or something? I don't know. What is it? Do you know?
I have no idea. I want to say about 50, but I really don't know.
I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's probably around 100 or 50 val.
All right,
Check.
And also you see the metal production of Keeper's still not that great, even of the mexes that Keeper was able to get out. They're not pulling in much, and there's not too much reclaim going on still.
No, I think they've got them on, if you go back down there, it looks like they've got them on patrol, but
Yeah.
they're patrolling in areas which aren't necessarily the best to patrol them in. I think at this point is there any solars being constructed by Keeper?
Yeah.
There are some, okay, right. Well, at least that's... And there's mohos going up as well. I think it's just the economies just aren't there to sustain their offensive efforts. They really don't have the units to... I mean, there's massive waves coming in now towards Keeper here.
Yeah, and like you were mentioning...
it's going to be lasting much longer.
Yeah, like you were mentioning, the energy requirements of the cans is definitely coming into play now. You can see Keeper's energy is pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, same for Executrix. They're both tanking on... or close to tanking on energy and metal. I mean, that's just so much reclaim that's not being utilised here. I suppose if you're being pressured, it is difficult. You've only got so much you can actually focus on at any one point in time. And if you are, having to deal with a lot of defense, it does impact your economy, and then obviously that will impact your offensive capabilities.
They got
they got the
little trophy thing.
Pinky in the brain statue. I think that's the first time I've seen it reclaimed during this entire tournament.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder if one's been. I wonder if one's been destroyed yet.
No, I don't know if I've seen that. I wonder as well.
Yeah, so if you're playing a map that has a Pinky in the Brain feature on it, it has a unique destruction animation. You should check it out. Oh. Okay, so no damage has been done to Keeper's commander yet. But this is brutal. These units getting back here.
Yeah. All their solars are just turning off. This is like... Their energy is basically gone. Their cans can't fire currently, so... But props to them for still trying and giving it a bit of effort. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is an esque move, building the energy, especially when you haven't even got the energy currently for it.
You don't even... You're like... You're losing energy right now. There's no reason to build storage for more.
I think a lot of escalation players like to build, and to be honest, also a lot of newer players also like to build energy. Storage.
Mr. Rage Gamer from Team Bear Snatches, when he first started playing, his opening build was always build in energy storage.
Was that on corners or just any map?
Well, I mean, he started playing only corners, so I don't know if I've really seen him on other maps that much.
Yeah. I like the Zeus is coming out. I think that's a good idea. You know, tight quarters. But man, they could just be line building so many more solos in their base. I feel like Executrix lately hasn't been under too much pressure. I mean, they've got so many laser towers and not enough energy to actually sustain it. They're building. I mean, how many HLTs have they got and LLTs have they got concentrated on their northern flank? It's kind of ridiculous. I really, if I was them, I mean, obviously it's a bit more difficult and easier for me to say from a spectator point of view. Difficult for them, I meant, sorry, because they're in the game. I would probably, I mean, you just got to get the reclaim going, haven't you? Ditch the energy storage. That's just unnecessary. I think I would also spread out my LLTs and HLTs if I was going to do that. But I mean, yeah, it looks like TA God's eco is just booming at this point. I mean, yeah, no worries over there.
Yeah, this game, I'm surprised it hasn't ended already, honestly, but it won't be lasting much longer. I can guarantee you that.
I have actually played against Rock on this map, and with Venom. I was at TV2. I can't remember who Rock was with. It might be Postal. I can't remember. But Venom gave me some useful hints for this map. He basically just wanted to pump out as many cons as possible, I suppose, is the short of it. But Rock, I remember, did very well on this map against us. So, but now they're unified. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone can take them down on this map, because I think I wouldn't be surprised if they pick this map again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a fun map to play as well.
Oh, building vamps. Nice. Yeah, we've played it a couple times, just you and I, and I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I guess you definitely have enjoyed the latter few we've played.
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun. It's a good map.
More energy storage. Wow. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, they actually do need it, I suppose. But I'd just be like, I'd be focusing on like, if I've only got like a limited pool of like click speed or macro potential, I'd be focusing it elsewhere rather than.
I mean, there's that aspect too, but like when you know you're behind, like I would prefer to have that build power on, you know, something to help me. Whether it's like
how much does it cost to build an energy lab? I don't know.
Let's see. 240 metal and 1,215 energy, which I mean, that's not, you know, not inexpensive when you're getting a
couple of peewees out.
Yeah, when you're getting crushed.
I mean, yeah. Executrix army is basically just here to save the remnants of the base. I think is Keeper. How much health has Keeper got? They look like they're about to.
Well, yeah, there we go.
I guess nothing.
Yep.
Guardians are interesting. I actually don't know how Guardians would work on this map.
I feel like the Guardian would just like hit the spire. Like,
yeah. I also feel like they're too far forwards. That placement should be behind maybe the H. I would put my LLTs and HLTs forward more.
It depends on what you're trying to do with the Guardian. Like, are you trying to siege like right here, or are you trying to use it as defense against units? Because that would, you know, impact the proper placement. And if you're trying to use it as defense against units, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, that's true. There's a flank coming in. Looks like they're trying to get T2 air. More energy is going down. I really just don't. I guess they must just line built a few, but I wouldn't be bothering. Very defensive here.
All right, so in like, let's say you're in Executrix spot right now. Your teammate is dead. You are getting attacked from pretty much all angles. You keep playing.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Well, I think at this point, I would, if I was literally from this point against Tag, Rock, and Venom, I'd probably just try and comb bomb for the lols.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to, yeah. So I'd just comb bomb. I don't know.
Here come
there was going to be a snipe
rapiers.
coming,
Yeah.
It was definitely over.
Let's see. Can we get a? All right. Yeah.
I mean, Venom was just so far ahead.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't even close, like at all.
Is it possible to get the end screen?
Let's see.
Is that going to work?
Let's see here.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't think
Rock
so.
must leave at some point, surely. I don't know, but yeah, a decent game. It kind of was just a.
I mean, realistically, it was one-sided
operation.
It was very one-sided from the beginning, like from second 0.
However, I mean, this game will be interesting, certainly for the other members of that group. I'm sure they'll be watching what I suspect people are viewing as the favourites of the tournament, what maps they're picking, and then how they're playing those maps. So I think this will be insightful for a lot of people.
But
yeah,
I mean, it's still hard because, like, when you're playing a map or a match that is so one-sided, like, are you necessarily doing things that you would if you're playing a very competitive game against like another top tier team? Like, I know personally,
if you want to make sure you win, you're doing everything that you would normally do.
I know personally, I kind of take my foot off the gas in situations like that. So I don't know. I could see it either way for Rock and Venom, but I will say, just knowing how they are personally, I believe that they would go all out no matter what.
Yeah, I think it's probably no quarter given.
Yeah,
for them, So, but yeah,
that does it for game 1. It pretty much went almost exactly as I expected. I am interested to see how Team the Mask plays in games 2 and 3. Yeah, that's it. Let's I guess move on to the next ones. All right, game 2 on Pro Green Ace. We have Tag, Rock, and Venom up at the top, and then the Mask, Keeper, and Executrix at the bottom. One thing I've noticed right off the bat is Venom went Solar first and then into his mechs, whereas Rock went mechs and then Solar. Do you think it really matters, the order?
I mean, I'd probably go energy first. I actually didn't see that, but yeah, I wouldn't. I'd go energy first, probably.
I was talking to Knob one day, and he said that if you go, if you start right beside like a mech's metal deposit, you can just drop the mechs right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had some calculation where he figured out that was the optimal thing, but I don't know if it really matters in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, I suppose it depends. If you can drop a mechs and still have the energy and metal to build the solar, then possibly, because if you're walking to the next mechs, by the time you walk there, you'll have more metal and maybe your energy will have fully recuperated. So maybe he could be correct with that logic. I don't know. I think it probably depends on the map.
Yeah.
Was it specifically for this map?
It was specifically, well, this map or any other map where you start, right next to it.
Well, that's interesting to know. I'll have to test that myself and see if I agree with his analysis.
All right. So another difference I'm seeing for everybody that is different from what I usually see when I play this map is that usually I see people walk all the way and hit
get 5 mechs.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people doing that recently, but I think I've probably seen I think myself, I tend to do the 3 mech start. I'm not actually sure if it makes a difference. The reason I say that is because in the serve game and Redox, I think roughly their economies were similar at the start. It depends if you can do any economic damage, I suppose, at the end of it. So I suppose they're just trying to get their units out sooner to raid sooner, which, I understand.
Right.
And obviously everyone's gone sensibly with vehicles.
I'm
I've
surprised.
heard some people say go K-bot.
Oh, what, on this map? What?
Yeah, I think some people have said to me that they think it's possible.
Wow.
To go K-bot. I mean, you can walk, I suppose. I just think there's so much ground to cover.
Yeah,
that I would
exactly.
prefer to go vehicle.
Right.
I do like my K-bots though.
Another thing I noticed is that the first things that Venom built with his lab were a slasher and a weasel. So he built both of those before starting a con.
Well, I think that's just he wanted to get the raiding going as soon as possible. I mean, like, he's already down behind his base. The slashers noticed, okay. Oh, the tree. The tree blocked the shot then. That would be ironic if all those trees blocked. That'd be so unfortunate.
I know. That would have been great. I would have enjoyed that, actually.
Well, it looks like Keeper has noticed the small raid coming. Yep. I'm not actually sure what I think of Weasel or Jeffy rushes. I feel like if you're playing against someone who's you're pretty sure is going to go slasher or just build some defenders, I might just think it's a waste of time and money.
Mm-hmm.
Or metal rather than money. I'd actually be interested to know who's got more cons out currently at this point of view. There's a Rock got 3, it looks like, maybe 4.
1, 2, 3.
I think this one's 4. Yeah, there's 4. Yeah.
These aren't cons. Okay.
No, I think they've got. So he's got 4 of Keeper.
Right.
It's just interesting to see who's invested into economy. Because I think getting the economy going as soon as possible is
2, 3.
Did
him only have 3? Really?
I guess he wanted to go for maybe a more aggressive start. But yeah, there's lots of radars going up from TA God, so I can see. So I think they're going to try and utilize the radar coverage to sensibly see where they're being attacked and react to it quicker.
One thing that let me turn on some no shake. I hate that. One thing that I'm notoriously bad at is protecting my cons, and I like to be greedy by making a whole bunch of cons at the start. And so I may be stealing the Venom's decision to make a slasher and a weasel right at the beginning, just so I can protect my cons.
Yeah, I think the slash is a good call because it is maneuverable. And then it can also be used later for offense, whereas obviously a defender or pulverizer can't do that. So
right. Does this con go down? I think it might. So. Yeah.
Guess I'm
no way. Okay, I was about to say there's no way he saves that.
I think it would have been who was that? Was that Keeper? Yeah, it was Keeper. I think if Keeper had decided to just because they were pulling over their units anyway, if they decided to nano block, I think they probably could have saved it then. They're pulling back.
Four cons right there.
What's the economy? As in dot total.
Ooh.
Okay, so they
are. Yeah, it's already already ahead a good bit.
Yeah, that's 2k ahead already. It's pretty significant. I feel like they have in the first game and so far in this game have been far superior at managing their economies and expanding quicker. I understand the want to pull back your cons to not let them die, but I think I would possibly have, instead of getting up all these defenders, I would be focusing on pumping out more units. Because there's a lot of stat D, and still the mexes are going down.
Right.
So, or a lot more than the opposing team, maybe, I don't know.
This may be the best attack we've seen Keeper put on in both games, right here.
Yeah, they weren't really pressured in the first game, the TA Gods, were they?
Right. But this looks more dangerous down here. What TA Gods are doing. They're both coming in. Yeah, I mean, this is really
bad.
Look
at the map projection from the north. It's already down. I mean, what's the radars like now? Well, there is some attacking going on from Keeper. Yeah, it's extended into the other half. The radar has, yeah, exactly. So they should. That's one thing they should also be doing, is getting some more radars up. It does look like the Keeper, if you go up north, is potentially taking out some of the radars, or at least
with
probing.
this little
It looks like a con might have gone down as well. But yeah, I mean, it's good to obviously probe the opposition and scout and just see what their status is on how far they've expanded, as well as just it helps to take pressure off yourself. So.
All right, yeah. So 20 units ahead, and then 32 units ahead there. You know, sometimes that doesn't really mean a whole lot, but in this case, it's pretty obvious. You know, Venom and
yeah,
Rocker,
I mean, I don't know if I was a Keeper, an Executrix now in this position, I would. I mean, I love rushing T2.
Right.
So I would probably like just go like I would have potentially started reclaiming, or not reclaiming my lab, but like building into that T2. I mean, he's obviously started, yeah. I mean, Keeper could be using some more metal makers to get some, because they got their geo up, and then they could, you know, help build that lab quicker. I would definitely be utilizing the excess energy.
Yeah, definitely. So this looks like Keeper
a
shut
good
it down. Yeah. One thing
there's reinforcements coming there.
One thing that I find interesting is that when you're in a scenario where you're having to build so many defense, like it right in your main base and not in the expansion, that's generally a bad sign.
Yeah, I think they're kind of like boxing themselves in at that point. I know when I played you on Claustrophobia, I've done that to myself and then paid the price. It looks like Venom saved his con up there with ease, to be honest.
This could get some real damage done.
Yeah, that's right down the middle. No defense there at all. And doesn't really look like there's any units. I mean, at least there is 2 LLTs, but I think they're just going to get minced, to be honest, with the amount of flashes that are here. Yeah, that LLT's just gone already, so... I mean...
Oh, maybe some Hero D-Guns here?
Yeah, maybe. I think they're...
this con.
It looks like they're sensibly... Go away. Is anyone building that advanced K-bot lab, or has that just been dropped completely? Okay, there is something building it, okay.
The commander was on it, so...
I mean, the good thing about all the fights happening at your end, one way you can get back into it is that all the reclaim fields will be on your doorstep.
Yep.
So they've definitely got to utilize the reclaim. I like the levelers. I think that's a good idea. I think that'll help. I would also potentially be... I mean, I'd just be going straight, get some Moho mines going. And I might actually... I actually don't know the price of Doomsday machines, but I know that Doomsday machines can take a lot of pressure off you. And I mean in both senses, and like you don't have to micro as much because the Doomsday machines are just absolute beasts, to be honest. but also just like physical presence projecting power using the Doomsday Machine.
This is interesting. 3 labs, no build power on them.
I think they'd want to end it as quickly as possible. But yeah, that is an interesting decision to have no build power on them. Doesn't it work out cheaper to just have cons? I don't know. Maybe
100%.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're focused on expansion using their cons elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he just pulled the cons off to build the advance.
Yeah, it looks like he's pulled them over there, yeah. I mean, they've got to get this reclaim. I mean, it was the same on the previous map. They weren't utilizing the reclaim that was automatically there from the beginning.
Oh. I didn't see this. Wow.
I'm not sure what I think of the Immolator. Would probably just be pumping out more levelers. And still not utilizing that XSE.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're behind, you've got to literally. I mean, you've got a Geo up. This is like a perfect opportunity.
Usually when I build a Geo, I immediately have 3 Metal Makers queued right after it.
I mean, they've got decent. I mean, I would love to see, like, I don't know, maybe Mass Reaper. And I like the Warriors. In fact, yeah, Rock's just noticed the Warriors. I liked the Warriors. I think the thing is though, like, Rock's got so many more numbers so that he can go for a surround. So I'm not sure. I wouldn't be pushing this like Executrix is, although Rock is fearful of it. It seems. I don't think he knows how much he's actually chasing.
Right.
He could just.
Yeah, that's literally his whole force. Yeah.
Also, I don't think I'd want to push too far, because when you're in this situation, as I said, you want to keep the wreck field close to you so that you can reclaim it.
And
yeah, I mean, this is great. You're pushing it back, but it's only just like you are spreading the wrecks out, so there's not actually any real value.
This is brutal here. So I like what Keeper was doing initially to try to hold off this force, but then Keeper just went right past.
Keeper should be bringing that back. Keeper should be, and so should Executrix. Both their forces are like these defenders are just going to get minced if Venom runs into them. The levelers, I do think the levelers were good. I do like them.
Well, hello, Mr. Energy Storage.
No,
that's a metal storage. Oh, what?
I think the illness is taking hold of your brain.
Yeah.
The cold is having effects. But yeah, I mean, you don't even need it. I think last game, didn't they do? They were making energy storages when they just didn't need to do that. It's Executrix again, so I think it must be layer. But I mean, there's so much. I mean, get some Farks out, get them reclaiming. You know, it's got to be something like that.
Well, there's 2 Farks. Yeah,
I'm not sure. Yeah. Where's the winds being built on the back line? Is that all solars or something? Is there anything? There's like, doesn't look like they're expanding their economy at all. You've got to be like in this situation, reclaiming everything, expanding.
Well, there we go. There's some cons. That's good.
Yeah. Hopefully they start building mohos.
Yeah, so these guys are reclaiming now. But I mean, this is too little, too late. Like, the game's done. Like, you know, it's not officially over yet. But...
I mean, it didn't have to be. I mean, I know they had a hard, I don't want to say hard start, but their start was not as efficient. There are Reapers coming out. I do like that. I just think that they needed to like invest in their eco and reclaim and use the wreck field to help invest into eco and also into the T2. And I don't think they did that.
I'd like to see this Viper start firing. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, again, the positioning. Why isn't it on closer to the front line? You've got a Moho and a Solar and a Pulverizer ahead of it.
Rock has come down this middle path. Like, what, 3 times now?
Yeah, it's been a lot. Oh, here we go. The comm is completely surrounded. Yeah, okay, this is probably going to be...
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I just think not utilizing the wreck fields, which are on your doorstep, and reclaiming them, and then using that to help boost your eco, or just pump out more units so you can defend better. And the investment in so many defenses that are, to be honest, I would probably say poorly positioned.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they were just feeling the pressure so much they felt they had to. I just think that that is letting them down. But this felt like a better fight from the Masked. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It was still
I don't know if it was
pretty
much
rough.
better, but
Yeah.
like, yeah. But it was definitely there was more attacks from them at least.
Right. I honestly, I have a feeling that a lot of the games we see with the teams that try to play against tag, that it'll be similarly that rough. But I'm glad I'm not alone with idle cons. Even the great Rock has a bunch of idle cons right
It'd be
now.
interesting to see like an idle counter for cons.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. Oh
But
yeah, Viper.
now he's going with levelers as well. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, this is a tough matchup for anyone.
Mhm.
So I think they could definitely, if they are going to build Vipers, I would definitely like the small investment to surround them with just DTs.
Right.
It's just, I would definitely do that. I mean, I like Reaper still like going at it, even though it's probably futile.
Mm-hmm.
I like the attempt to continue on.
And another thing you'll notice is that Rock and Venom, even though they've clearly won the game and it's effectively over, they're still playing like there's something on the line. They're putting up defenses as they move forward. And look at these cons now.
Yeah, I guess they're coming into the Reclaim the
Mhm.
Wreck Field or something. It would be interesting to see the APM
Oh,
of
right.
all players
Mhm.
throughout this game, and see how they go up and down throughout, and see if there's any scenarios like at this point are you just like, I feel like I'd just be done and given up. Whereas 2v1 here in this scenario, I'd be doing nothing basically. I might just be watching.
Right, yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's game 2. Let's see if the loading screen works this time. Or not the loading screen, the score screen.
I guess not. Can we do dot total and see?
25, 41, 23.
Yeah, so they're like 40k, mid 40k, and they're like still in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they actually could have, like, with some proper reclaiming and investment into either more units to help defend and then reclaim those wreck fields and then into economy, or just directly into economy to help you try and pump up more units, they could have done a lot better. I would have liked to have seen some Farks being used to reclaim the wreck fields from Executrix. I did like the Keeper's composition of units.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they needed to have more economy because, like, they weren't line building any solars or winds behind their base basically, and they didn't utilize the geos, I don't think, as much as they should have.
Yep. I will say that at least Keeper did start getting on the Moho extractors right away. Executrix actually was a little behind in that regard. Again, I don't think it really made a difference. Like, by that point, the games were almost certainly decided, but just little things that they can improve on.
I think this game will maybe be useful for them. I mean, to be honest, it might actually be more useful for them to play TA Gods first, because I imagine that would have been probably it's just a difficult matchup anyway. So this might be more useful for them to know what they have to work on for the other games to give them a chance of winning. And I think there's potential for them to win some games in their group. I don't know how many, but I think they can certainly win a game.
Yep. All right. So, well, let's head on to game 3. We're back.
Yeah, nice.
Game 3 on Rock's map, the Chilly Rivers. Not just Chilly Rivers, but the Chilly Rivers. Yeah, I can almost guarantee that Rock will be a beast here and do all kinds of silly things that only he knows.
It's interesting that Executrix and Keeper have decided to go for a new strategy, which is changing color. Keeper has changed from purple to black, and Executrix from red to white. Are they hoping this is going to help them?
They need to get any advantage they can, you know. You know, the white blending in with the snow.
Yeah, and black just naturally being a
A
harder
hard
color to see
colored,
on mechs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like imagine trying to see a black dot come over the water.
the water. Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, I'll be interested. It looks like they're going air, so that'll be interesting. I think that's a smart move. I like the air first.
And two
Um,
mexes into. I wonder if
the,
they're gonna
I think
try
that's
to
a.
put on early pressure here and bomber. Yeah,
I
there's
would.
the bomber.
I would personally, if I was the vehicle player, I would just be going, yeah, at least 3 mech start, or I might even go into 4. I don't know.
Well, I guarantee you, what I would be doing is sharing some wind here.
Rock is having obviously a hilarious conversation. I'm pretty sure his headset is broken.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no,
That's why he's typing.
we hadn't mentioned that, but we found out that actually Rock does have a working headset, but he gave it to his son for some reason.
Oh, right.
Yeah, his son just walked in and was like, "Hey, give me the headset."
Can I have it? Yeah. Okay. Hilarious.
His
Well, I
son,
suppose if that helps you concentrate more, it's cost benefit analysis. I can either keep the headset and be distracted by my son the entire game, or I can give it to my son and play the game and just type. And I guess he thought that was more beneficial. Clearly, Venom and Rock are feeling confident enough that they don't actually need to verbally speak.
well, I'm sure Venom
No,
was
I said
barking out
verbally speak.
orders.
Surely
Yeah.
speaking is just verbal anyway, by default.
All right, so Jeffy and Weasel going out. Bomber's coming in. Will it get any damage done?
Yeah, there's a scout coming ahead. I mean, they should have that. If
Ooh,
I was
two
the other team,
MTs.
have someone marking.
Mhm.
It makes your life so much easier. Have
Well,
them go on.
that would be easier if the person, kept track of the MTs that died, Tristan.
Hey, on my screen, it definitely was something right there exploded. I'm pretty sure it was that.
Ooh, that was a nice little fling.
Yeah, I don't think that did enough personally.
Yeah,
That could have been
I
far more.
wish this had gone down.
Yeah, I mean they're talking. Rox just said he's only lost one, so.
Mm-hmm. No mexes here lost, I don't believe. Did lose the
No,
one.
is that mech's bottom right damaged? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, if you're gonna go air first, you've got to actually capitalize on it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 2 early transports? Interesting.
I guess their plan is just to expand to the sides and hope that oh, it was going to pick up the comm and then it wasn't. I guess their plan is just to expand to the sides. Yeah, okay, that weasel just dies instantly. So this is why I just don't rate the I don't rate the weasel or Jeffy personally. I know it's only takes a
What? I didn't
short
notice
time.
this earlier.
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess that's maybe to scout, and also it looks like they're using it to scout.
Well, honestly, I could see it being where they'll use it to try to block Rock and Venom from
That I was
transporting.
gonna go on. I agree. Yeah, I mean that would be the sensible thing to do. I mean, you've got to get those mexes in your spawn. There's like a really, I don't know what the value of that mex is there to the right. Is that a 2? The one in the spawn there?
This
is that
one?
a 2 or is that like a 1.8 or so? I don't know what it is.
This one, I believe, is a 2.
And
this one's like a 1.3 or something.
Yeah, they've got to be utilizing. I mean, I kind of like this to like go and get safer. I like the use of literally just transporting your comm to the mexes. But I probably think there's a. Yeah, I don't like the comm walking. There's so much comm walking. I think it's. I mean, the Atlas thing is kind of funny, but like, I just think that maybe just reclaiming the air lab after you've got the Atlases and then going into land would be the smart move, rather than literally comm walking to nearly
Venom,
the middle of the map.
I was going to say unless Venom walks right into the commander, these mexes are dead. But he's walking right into the commander. Yep. Oh, no way.
Oh,
okay. There we go.
I was going to say, yeah, I just think like there's probably a lot more valuable things you could be doing rather than comm walking to the middle of the map and dropping your commander I mean, I prefer. I would, if I had to pick between doing walking to the middle of the map and atlasing my
Tech
commander,
switch.
I might atlas my commander because that way I can just go to the sides, which it looks actually like also Executrix is doing. I mean, not necessarily an awful thing to do. I mean, you are potentially safer on the sides, but it's just reinvesting in labs over here. And it's just like, do you have the economy even back at home when you don't have all your starting mexes, for example, or your 4 natural expansion mexes? I mean, actually, I say there's I mean, how many mexes have they got in the starting area? 3 out of 6, it looks like. Yeah. So, I mean, at least Keeper's got theirs and is expanding to their natural, and it looks like they're also expanding to the side.
Yeah, but to your point, like, I just did it a minute ago, but here it is again. Venom and Rock are already
so far behind.
Yeah.
I really think they should have got more mexes before going into air. I definitely the vehicle player should have taken 3, if not 4.
I don't necessarily think like it was necessary to get more mexes before starting your air lab. The problem is that they're still not capped.
Not taken. Yeah, exactly. That's
like trying to bomb the
bomb. This is just why. Just go and use the bomber elsewhere. That's more effective rather than killing some flashes, which are literally wasting their time. They are. I mean, those flashes are like literally going to someone where there's no mexes anyway.
I don't know if you saw that, but that was I was about to say that was a really good block.
Oh yeah, that was a good save. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was a good save. And yeah, actually, yeah, there we go. Tag Rock messaging the enemies.
Cool.
Is he gonna? Yeah, very cool.
These are completely undefended.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They should have just kept their commanders back at their base. Probably, I think they're just gonna. Yeah, this just isn't. That was unfortunate.
Oh no way!
They missed that. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That bombing run, I think, got 1 mex total.
Did it? Did it actually get it though? Was it even built?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I guess it might have been because there's a defender there. But I mean,
I think it got maybe 1 win too. So it was 2 bombers got 1 win, 1 mex.
This is just really, unfortunate. I say unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. It's down to control of units, obviously. But I think this is just unfortunate. They've just wasted their time on a plan which I don't think is really going to work. I mean, these freedom fighters are just clearing up with no resistance at all. The LLTs.
Oh man. Great. And Venom getting on their side even.
Yeah, they have got stuff down to the bottom right, it looks like.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not enough though.
Right.
Unfortunately, for the wave of units that are just coming. I mean, what's their production like in their home base? For
starting advance. Oh, they're both starting advance. Okay. Oh, there's nothing here still. Absolutely nothing.
I mean, this is just like you can't do that.
This is rough.
And they're not building any units from
metal storage. What? I mean,
I don't know why they.
Oh my goodness!
Every game we've seen a storage of some kind. We saw a metal storage in Green Ace, and then was it like 3 or 4 energy storages when they didn't have the energy anyway? Yeah, I think there's just some fundamentals that have just got to be examined and addressed for the Masked if they want to progress out of this group. Because I think if they play and they waste time building storages and don't cap their mexes in their spawn, they're just going to potentially be just... I thought that's going to be knocked out, to be blunt about it.
All right, so what's that?
They've reclaimed the
T1 lab, yeah, so that they could afford the...
So currently they've got no... On the land, on the main landmass, there is no ground unit production for the Masked. That is an insane...
And this is really bold here, too.
And then throwing away your land units in an offensive. I mean, maybe it's like a poker face, you know, like, oh, we got so many units.
Right, yeah, we don't even need these anymore.
We don't need these.
This con might actually go down though.
Yeah, I mean.
Yep, there we go. So there's a win.
Yeah, small victories, and then blocking a flash there. Oof, that was a massive strategy. That'll slow them down on the attack for sure.
So I will say the one thing that the Mast has going for them is that other than these freedom fighters, Tag haven't really put on much pressure.
I mean, those freedom fighters are just going to just absolutely get minced.
Or I guess these are Avengers, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, right. Yeah, I know. I was being pedantic. I'm sorry. I don't like the use of this commander to just be dropped. At first, I was like, I thought it was quite fun. Oh, we're going Crocs. I mean,
do a little sneak attack, maybe.
I suppose I might build like 1 or 2 Crocs and send them down, but they're going to take so long to get
is the Croc going to get intercepted by these flashes? That'd be something.
Don't build a Croc just for the point of going across land. Please. Put it in the water. Save it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is brutal.
I mean, this is where... Can we look at the radar coverage for Tag, Rock, and Venom?
Well, let me see this thing.
You want to watch?
Yeah.
You want to watch it get... Oh, is it gonna... No.
The unfortunate demise of the Croc. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think, again, if you just look at the radar coverage, yeah.
That's a lot of radars.
Extreme radar coverage.
That's funny.
Okay. Rock clearly is just relying on his ally for that. Can we go to see their coverage from Keeper and Executrix?
There's
they have got an
radar,
advance, so I do like the advance. What about Executrix? Okay. I mean...
There was a radar here, but it got, destroyed.
I don't like the radar coverage the double radar coverage on the left island.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think it... as in the placement. I don't mind there being more than one there. I just think the placement was overlapping too much to me of use.
Oh, this is interesting. The Avengers going to come in and take care of things.
Yeah, I mean... I think this is just...
This is actually working out better for Keeper than I thought it would.
Here we go. The pulverizer. No, focus the pulverizer on the pulverizer. Why have you changed the focus? Kill the pulverizer. Please.
Oh, well, that's gonna die now.
They're both. He's repairing the pulverizer. Get some nano blocks going. Yeah.
Nano block with another pulverizer. I love it.
Another nano block going.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. Can we see the health of that pulverizer from Venoms? I want to see how low it is.
It wasn't. Yeah. Ooh, more Crocs. And
so we got some. That's funny how they've both gone.
Oh, they're gonna intercept.
They've both gone for the same strategy here.
Nice.
Would
they be able to see each other if they get next to each other?
I think if they get close enough, they will be able to see each other. Yes.
Okay.
In fact, if you can check now on the, I see what's the visual range. If you click on if you go on like select Tag Rock, and then go down, we can see the visual range. Quite big, so they would have been able to probably see each other, yeah, if they got a bit closer. I'm not quite sure. I suppose they're going to try and kill the...
I'm sure they're just going to come up here and try to clear out, all of this.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case. Which
we got an advanced K-bot up here. That's good.
Has Executrix got any...
Oh my...
The commander's coming back to the mainland. This is like the most inefficient way of building I think I've seen on this map so far.
I mean, so at least Executrix is using the energy, but...
Yeah. Why have they built them there? That was just like an odd... I think they must have been coming back.
Yeah. Ooh.
Maybe they walks back or something.
This is nice. Well, Venom's gonna...
Dragon's Teeth in the middle? I guess to try and protect the solitary mechs in the middle.
Well, I mean it's just a nice... It's always nice to cut off your opponent's
Yeah, make them go around the
Pathing.
outside, do loops. Yeah.
Oh, that's more than I thought they would make. Wow.
Yeah, I guess they don't know how heavily invested potentially they are. I don't know what their scouting has been on that island at the top.
Okay, so we have a bomber coming out now from Venom. He's getting up his mohos. That's good.
Yeah.
Where's that bomber?
I guess it's going to go try clear out the bottom. I mean, the Reapers are just running into the flashes. I'm not sure that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would be hard to hit right after that mech's right there.
Yeah, they've kept the bomber alive though. Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. Commentator's curse.
So that's one thing that really annoys me with Reapers. They can't shoot over Dragon's Teeth.
Yeah, good.
Right, yeah.
I suppose. Yeah, that's it is kind of annoying. I can understand that. Can Bulldogs? I guess they probably can't. That'd be kind of a bit unfair if they could, I feel like. There was an ARM player, I'd love it if they could.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sure what the Freedom Fighters are doing. They're kind of just protecting Executrix. Freedom Fighters are just protecting an island with nothing on it. I suppose they've just been left there. Where's the commander for Executrix? Is it back on their mainland?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny. They've gone full circle.
What is up with... is he going to try to do...
Elite plan. Capture the enemy's Tritons. And then capture... Yeah, basically. You know...
I was thinking...
The Atlas,
I was thinking maybe going to try to do some warrior drops.
Is it? Actually, here's a question. Yeah, that... Well... What's the AA like? Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to get an Atlas through unless they go off screen. What's the AA like at the back of their base? Is it... I mean, there isn't any.
You could get in here.
Yeah, I guess... to be honest, I'm pretty sure Venom's... I mean, Rock's got some, but Venom's probably quite confident at this point. He's got good radar coverage. I'd actually find it interesting to know... Can you capture from an Atlas or Valkyrie?
I believe so. I think... Okay. I've never attempted it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard people...
Okay. I thought you might be able to. Can you capture an enemy commander?
That would be hilarious. I can't...
I would love... That would be the brain... If someone does that, that's the brain play of the tournament right up.
Is that misplaced?
I think it's on just in the corner, I think it's on.
Yeah, because it's about like that, yeah. Alright, so what are these for?
I don't know. Maybe they witnessed the mav drops and were just like, I want to emulate this, because they've got a K-Bot lab, so maybe they're going for a last-minute mav drop to try and capture... I mean, are their commanders cloaked? I guess they're probably not that worried about being... No, and where's metal storage? Interesting. Venom is actually accessing, so that is fair. We've got nail going.
These are going in. Are they? What are they doing?
I guess he's just putting them on patrol there whilst he's managing other stuff.
Yeah.
And he'll come back to them. It looks like Keeper has been fully cleared off the bottom right island now. And at the top left, I mean, Executrix has still got a pretty strong foothold of the top left island. What is Venom doing on the top left island? They just... Okay, so they're just building some pulverizers there. Okay, so nothing too major going on. Oh, there's an attack coming in off something from the south coast, but look. Is that some searches, I think? Below, yeah.
Can they actually hit the mechs right there?
I don't think so. I think the terrain, the topology is too steep for anything there. I'm not actually sure how easy it is for Tritons and Crocs to get up at that section where the searches are. I think the topology might be quite awkward.
Yeah, that's literally what's happening. Look at it. Look at this.
I mean, I love this. I love the.
Oh my
Although
goodness.
for some reason they've loaded them up all on the same one. Unfortunately, they're all trying to load
Yeah.
the same. Oh no.
What is?
Do they think they've got a fully loaded stack of units?
Where's he
'Cause
going?
They're now all going away with all of them empty-handed apart from one. I mean, this is going to be the elitist of elite drops.
What is he gonna drop keeper?
Where's he going? Back to his own base? This is so confusing.
And what's Venom? What? Come on, use your bombers.
I don't know what is going on here. Is this just what is this? I'm baffled. All of that. Oh, and now it's getting reloaded again. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was going to get loaded again. Okay, we got the T2.
Oh, got some Hawks up. Yeah.
I like the lab trying to be built from down there. That's quite
right.
funny.
That was pretty good.
That's amusing. I guess. Can we look at the economies and see what the difference is? Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's still
again,
it's still pretty bad. Yeah.
Or total like 100k versus 60. 58. Yeah, I mean it's not looking good. I mean this has been a longer game for sure so far. But the economies just look way stronger. Like they're teching up, getting mohos out, fusions, and also multiple. I mean, how many factories have they got on the other end? Like there's multiple factories here. We got like 4
factory there.
Yeah.
Oh, more amphibious. Interesting.
I mean, I do like the amphibious. I just think they're a bit slow.
Interesting that Venom hasn't completely taken over this area yet.
I guess he's only just started, so
yeah.
I guess it's slow and steady.
Also, he did mention that he hasn't reached his final form yet, so
oh yeah,
I imagine his final form would include capping all of this.
Yeah, cold hands. I
right.
heard.
Yep. Cold hands.
I mean, it is the Chili River, so it has to be expected. But
oh, he's still doing what in the world? All of that just to bring some warriors over here?
So much microing on this. It's just like, just build the lab on the mainland. This is possibly the most chaotic, dysfunctional plan I've seen.
All right, where are you going with
how many times has the commander gone back and forth? Has it just been once there and once back? Or has it been multiple times?
I don't know, but this bombing run's going to be pretty brutal. Or maybe not?
I mean, it's coming back around, but yeah. I guess he's... Oh, we've got fighters as well. And the Moho goes down, which isn't actually even being utilised, and Keeper... Oh, sorry, Executrix doesn't even have enough energy, really.
Yeah, so that bombing run, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. You know, it got the Geo... almost got the K-Bot lab, but I thought all of these wins were going down too.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not great though for the Mask at the moment. But yeah, saving little graces, I suppose.
And they're off to more shenanigans. What in the world?
I mean,
what is there to pick up now?
I don't know.
Jethro's?
The deleter or whatever it is. It's not a deleter, I can't remember what it's called, but
Eraser. Yeah
Eraser. Yeah.
All right, so
I'm surprised that Venom and Rock are not just pushing this down the middle, man, because they could have ended this game like just mass Reaper push down the middle, because they must have scouted the main base and seen there's absolutely nothing there. They know they're not on the mainland, not on the southern island, sorry, or southeastern island.
Oh, we have some Hawks coming up now.
Yeah, I'm not that keen on the use of like the air lab being used to build air cons. It's just slower. Everything's slower.
Like honestly, at this point, if you need build power, just reclaim this and get a K-bot lab up and putting out K-bot cons.
I have played Escalation. It was a long time ago. I played it probably a good few years ago. I did enjoy it, but I can't really remember. Do you know if the air cons have stronger build power in Escalation? Because maybe there's some transferable. They're thinking some things are transferable over, and they're just misremembering.
Right. I couldn't tell you. I've never played Escalation.
You've never played. It is a good mod, to be fair. If you do like a bit of carnage and extremely powerful T3 and T4 units, and it is a bit of a laugh, I will say.
All right, so Venom initially had these. Do you think Rock reclaimed Venom's extractor to build that?
I'm not sure. I don't think Venom would care if he did, but yeah, I'm pleased there's some Reapers pushing down the middle, because there's been absolutely no projection of units from the masks down the middle ever since that small instigator attack when that was their only force. So I'm pleased.
Ooh, is that a
DDO?
Okay.
I do like that.
He needs to get that walled up, like.
Yeah, I guess some T2 fortification walls around that.
So one thing that I recently learned is that you should not use the fortification walls because the secondary laser
can't shoot over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good to know. What if you surround it with winds or something like that?
I mean, you can use Dragon's Teeth.
Yeah, Dragon's Teeth probably then. But that's interesting. I'll have to remember that if I have
going nuke. Yeah, so I was going to ask, like, you know, again, the game's effectively over. Like, sure, some crazy stuff could happen.
It's over unless the masks decide to pull off some sort of snipe.
Right. So
we haven't seen anyone in this tournament do a bomb attempt yet at all, have we?
Yeah, no, we haven't. But what are some crazy things that the mask could do to try to pull off a Hail Mary victory?
Well, I mean, currently the person who's been attacking the most, at least on land, although I can see the Tritons coming out, I'd say that potentially Venom has been the more aggressive, and possibly the one doing the most economic damage. So I might try.
Why is Executrix moving the commander again?
Yeah, I guess if I was going to try to take one out, I'd try to take Venom out. But yeah, I don't really know either. That should be on build power. Helping build something. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Rock just send those Bulldogs straight down the middle with Venom's Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the command is basically on the front line here. So I think the investment into wins has been too little too late from Keeper. Have they got their T2 up yet? Oh, they've got a Big Bertha. Okay.
No, they don't.
Unfortunately, they have not. Now, I got a question for you. Are you a fan of fortification walls around Timmy's and Big Berthas, or are you more a wind wall type of guy?
All of the above. I'll do anything and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. T2 lab has been abandoned. Air lab. I don't know if you just saw the air cons have just gone. Is that an accident? It seems. Wait, hang on. Is everything being selected? Because Fark's also running over. I wonder if there's been an accidental at the top here. No. Okay. Right. Maybe they selected all their air units. No, they just all got pulled onto this. Okay. Right. Okay. So it was a decision, intentional decision. I mean, yeah, the Tritons are being pumped out now.
This is pretty funny. The MT's hitting the extractor.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a double-pronged attack going on the north and on the south side of the mainland. So, I mean, I actually didn't expect to see this many amphibious tanks being used.
Yeah, me either.
I suppose
commander right there.
Is this a staple? We got some more. We got energy storage as well. How about paying for all the storage this game?
Oh, are we gonna see a hero LLT?
I don't think so. Maybe. Is it? I mean, who knows?
It's about to kill this croc. No, the croc turned around anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is there. So what happened was Venom finally decided, like, okay, it's time for this to be over.
Yeah, I think Rock's having a bit of fun building a nuke and all that. I would have just got this over ASAP. Because this is one thing that teams do need to think about, is that, say you do win your group 9-0, that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be first seed, because if another group or another team wins their group 9-0, which I think there is potential for, it will be the one who has the least amount of game time that will be first seed. So this is something that I think teams may not be thinking about, or maybe they just decided to play safe. We got the underwater energy storage
built
and
built by the commander.
This is, yeah.
Remember when we saw the commander walking back over here? It was literally to build energy storage. Like,
yeah.
I feel bad for, you know, kind of picking on him for that, but like if you're thinking about how to win the game, this is not doing it.
No, I think there's investment you could put elsewhere. It would actually be interesting, you know, like you got like those apps that track you when you're jogging.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see a line
the commander.
To see where this commander has been this game.
Oh, that would be great. Or the commander,
or like a heat map or something.
Yeah, the commander and also all of the transports too.
Yes, yeah, it would be interesting.
You know,
I think they've just got to look at themselves and be like, what are the core fundamentals that we need to do?
Where's the hover factory?
Who's got hovers? Is it
Pretty sure that's what I saw, right? Yeah, okay.
Okay, right. And they're going for nuke as well. That's not even going up for that nuke.
Yeah, no.
What a weird place to build a nuke. If you're going to build it anywhere, you've been transporting units all game, and now is the time you choose to not. Yeah, okay.
Well, Venom's protected anyway.
Yeah, they're pretty confident. If they're basically trying to prevent waves of losing at this point. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's interesting.
Gonna get nuked. Is that a glitch, or have they done? Is that like a move patrol?
Well,
yeah, it looks like it might be.
I've never seen a move patrol
I've never seen
where
a group like that now.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, that's. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought you could only do that with them in one stack or one spot. Yeah, I mean, they've just got to look. If I was the master, you got to regroup after these games.
What's happening
look at the
here?
Fundamentals. I'm not sure. It looks like. I think it's already built. Maybe I'm not entirely sure what's going on there because it's still. Yeah, I don't know because there's obviously a Necro or Necron. Yeah, it's just bugged out or something. It must have been. But yeah, the Master have got to go back after this, regroup, look at the fundamentals, focus on like where their time and effort's put, so that they can better utilize it. If I was them, I'd be like, we didn't reclaim enough on the first and second map. We are building energy and metal storages when we don't need to. We're not utilizing the mexes, for example, in our start area. I mean, there's a fair amount they can go back, and they can just change quite quickly to help them give them a better chance in the next games.
Yeah. So realistically, what's going to happen is that they're going to watch our casts and jot down all these notes and then come back and just 3-0 all the rest of the teams.
Yeah, then they'll be the second seed or the third seed. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hope they do, because I'd like them to do the best they can in the rest of their games. This is interesting, going for the scouts. Are they just going
Yeah,
for the
I think what they're doing, or they're just searching for a place to nuke.
And also just dealing mass damage.
Well,
The
yeah.
defense. Yeah, I mean...
So, as good as Rock and Venom are, I am legitimately surprised that this game has lasted so long. It's, what, 36 minutes now?
I think they've let it last this long, though, to be honest. I think if they're against, say... I don't know, if this is against Cool Post, who's also in their group, I can't see them letting this game go on this long, because they've just been... they've been building everything, you know? I think that was just a wind blowing up. I don't know if that was intentionally self-deed, or if that was just bombed. I don't really know. I think it might have been intentionally self-deed, I'm not sure.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, maybe it was a scout, because I can see they've scouted that fusion now. So maybe they had a bombing run that came in and scouted. I think it must have been a bomber.
Where's this nuke going?
Is it going
here,
north?
I guess.
Oh, it's going up there. Unfortunate that the commander is not there. Fortunate for the mask, I suppose, but I mean, I don't think at this point it's really going to make any difference whether or not, because this is going to destroy so much of Executrix.
Oh, nice. He noticed it. That was pretty good. Again, doesn't matter, but like little things like that, you know.
Look at the energy production: 11,000, nearly 12,000 for Venom, and then 2,000 for Executrix, and 3,000 for Keeper, and then 7,000 for Rock. I mean, it's just day and night differences here. Superbly played, indeed. It was superbly played.
Do you know the title value on this map offhand?
I have noted down in our document where we decided on the map, but not off the top of my head, no. I think it's... is it 20? I can just check actually now. Why are you thinking that's something that is a good investment?
I have no idea. I was just curious.
I think I've got the... It's 24, apparently.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually quite a good map for title. At least that's what I've got down in my notes when we decided to pick maps. Yeah. I mean... yeah, this is, I mean... a slow, painful death from mass air. There we go.
And that's it.
GG's called. Alright, that's it. 3-0 to TA Gods.
Yeah, and, you know, if it were against another team, I assume the Masked would have, you know, much better odds, but, you know, going against the literal TA Gods, it was pretty much destined to end up this way.
I think probably I think probably everyone expected this result. But still, fun to watch nonetheless, and see the commanders flying around and energies being built.
Yeah, and I guess we aren't getting another score screen, which is interesting. And why are some of Rock's units still there? That's weird.
I think this has to be just the replayer. I suppose you could do dot total again just to see. So yeah, Venom was the powerhouse again of the economy. 220k metals, nearly 8 million energy. Yeah, it was way ahead. Right, okay. Do you want to wrap it up?
All right, well, with game 3 out of the way, let's take a look at the table for end of day 15. As you can see here in Group C, at least every team has at least played one match, really at least 2. With Cool Post and Sergeant Spag still needing to play one more game of their series. As you can see, TA Gods and Cool Post are 1 and 2, pretty much as expected. Yeah, anything that sticks out to you or that you want to make a note of regarding the table?
I'd say the way it's lining up at the moment, it looks like TA Gods are going to be top of their group in ATM, so they might be. I could potentially see them being first and second seed, maybe.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe they'll be a first or second seed from Group B as well. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing Cool Post play TA Gods. That's a game I'm really, really looking forward
Right.
to. I think there is potential for upset there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I think they've been playing well, Cool Post. So
Mhm.
we shall see.
And then with Team ATM against TA Gods, almost certainly the game time will come into play.
Oh, is in who's going to be first or second seed?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that'll be the case. I think I wouldn't be surprised if that does come into place. Obviously, we talked about it in the game, so I think teams should be looking to finish their games as soon as possible if they're wanting to get as high a seed as possible. But maybe TA Gods are just feeling super confident and they don't really care where they get placed. So I don't know. They just want to win their games and have fun. So we'll see.
Yep, and as you can see, us, Team Pinky and the Brain, we have 2 wins so far. We still have to play
Yeah.
one more game against Let Us Cook on Eye of the Storm. Unfortunately, we don't know when that will happen, but it will happen at some
Hopefully
point.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we still have to play, of course, TFA and Fungus, but um, we'll figure that out. One, not gonna lie, I'm a little concerned about Team Raucous. I haven't really seen much movement in them getting their games done, but you know.
Yeah, I have seen them commenting in the thread for the tournament. So maybe it might just be that they are more, we're here now in the next few hours, let's play kind of thing. So I think teams in Group A are going to have to look out for that potentially.
Yep.
Or maybe just open up a thread with them and see if we can organize it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're hoping everyone can get their games done before the 13th or the end of the 13th. That is the current deadline that we're working towards.
Yep. And if we have any updates that we need to put out, like we have before, check the thread in the TAU Discord for the tournament, and we'll put up everything that you need to know there. Also, this graphic for the table is updated as games are played, so you know, just check that out. Otherwise, that's it from us. Be on the lookout for more content. We're going to try to cast some more games, maybe try to talk to a couple players here and there. Otherwise, yeah, Tristan, anything else from you?
No, it's been a pleasure to cast and watch the games together. Looking forward to watching some more.
Definitely. All right, from myself, Meal Solutions, and
me, Tristan, goodbye.
Right. Take care.
Nugsack.
I literally just hit the record button too. That's great.
Nugsack.